So the world can't decide on whom to blame. But in West Asia, there is no such confusion. They've all taken one stance, and they're all blaming Israel for the hospital strike. Jordan has condemned the strikes. It blamed Israel. King Abdullah of Jordan has called it a war crime. Jordan has also cancelled its summit with the United States. Same with Egypt. They've condemned Israel. President Sisi called it a quote-unquote deliberate bombing and a violation of international law. Then there's the United Arab Emirates, Bahrain and Morocco, countries that normalized ties with Israel in 2020. They too have blamed Israel for the hospital attack, and they've dismissed all claims about a rocket misfire. Then there's Saudi Arabia, a country that was supposed to sign a peace deal with Israel. Riyadh has called it a heinous crime, a crime committed by Israeli forces. So you see the pattern here. These are all countries that have normalized ties with Israel. Egypt did it first in 1980. Jordan did it in 1994. Then there were the Abraham Accords in 2020. 3 nations recognized Israel. They called it an era of peace in West Asia. Plus, this was supposed to be the year of Saudi-Israel normalization. Needless to say, it's on pause now. The Arab world may have its issues, but when it comes to the Palestinian cause, their unity still seems to be solid. And a lot of this has to do with the public sentiment there. The leaders of these countries may have gotten close to Israel, but their citizens are still fiercely pro-Palestine. And it shows in the protests across the Arab world. In Amman, Jordanians tried to storm the US embassy. They clashed with the police. Tear gas was fired at the protesters.
I'm here to support Hamas and Gaza. To be honest, Hamas and Gaza are defending the whole nation, either Islamic nation or Arabic nation. And without exaggeration, it is defending the human nation.
In Lebanon, the scenes were similar. Thousands drove to the US embassy. They protested outside the gates. They clashed with the police.
We're here to let the Arab people wake up. Free Palestine. Okay, so it's time to wake up, please.
The US has now issued a do not travel advisory for Lebanon. It shows how serious the situation is, and this is the sentiment across West Asia right now. People are gathering everywhere. They're calling for a free Palestine. There are rallies in Yemen, demonstrations in Turkey, protests in Tunisia, and in Tehran, people chanted death to Israel.
The Palestinian people did not commit a crime. They don't want anything. That is their home. They don't want to leave.
So the Arab world is angry. Its anger is spreading like wildfire, and there are reasons for this. For the Arab world, this did not start on October 7th. It started in 1948 with the Nakba. That's what they call the mass displacement of Palestinians, Nakba. The Palestinian cause is like an open wound on the Arab conscience. If you go back just decades, Palestine was at the center of Arab nationalism. Leaders used it to galvanize the Arab world. They even exploited it for their own gains. Things may have changed in the 21st century. Arab leaders may have gotten closer to Israel. They may have signed the so-called peace deals. But this has not changed the public sentiment. In fact, support for the Abraham Accords has been dismal. Only 27% Emiratis back it. In Bahrain, only 20% of the population are in favor. Now, given these numbers, their leaders have no choice but to back Palestine and hold Israel responsible for the casualties. The war has only revived the Palestinian cause for the Arab world.